Well, Douglas Luiz was a here we go. Just a day back, and Fabrizio Romano went ahead and he'll put it there. I'm gonna be breaking you the Douglas Luiz done deal secrets, because most of you might not have gone ahead to get to know the details of that deal. We are going to talk about Croatia. Obviously, it has gone ahead to find itself out of the Euros, and I know most of you have gone ahead obviously find yourselves into a position of really asking yourself how they've gone ahead obviously get knocked out. And there is a speech coming in through from the man himself known as Luka Modric, and then Nacho is also a here we go. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. It is the 25th. It's showing the 24th, but it's 25th of June 2024, and we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and let me bring you up to speed by telling you that you wake up, you say a prayer, you thank God for the gift of life and the good spirits, you know them very well, of our ancestors, because our ancestors have always gone ahead to be with us, but you have to really put them under the divine supervision of the living true God. That will obviously help you sieve out, sieve out the good and the bad, because you only need the good spirits. And remember, our ancestors, they are good and bad ancestors. So we are calling in for only the good ones here onto the Rokani Media Football. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and how are you guys? It's the 25th of June, and let's obviously going 200 likes on this video, and let's obviously see how things really pan out into the mix. Now, we obviously have a story coming in through from Fabrizio Romano. He told us that more on Douglas Luiz. Juventus are now booking medical for midfielder at Brazilian camp. As expected, he will sign a 5-year deal valid until 2029. Medical next week also for Iling Jr. and Enzo Barrecha with Aston Villa. Here we go, confirmed. Now, the medical of Douglas Luiz has been planned or scheduled by the side of Juventus, and is going to be really doing it in the US. Remember, Brazil are taking part into what we call the Copa America, right? And it's really great down there in Copa America, as I've always gone ahead to obviously bring you the latest news and information about the details in there for you. And they are playing right now. The game is just 24 minutes played, and they're playing against Costa Rica. And when you look at the starting 11 of Brazil, Guimarães has not gone ahead to Douglas Luiz hasn't gone ahead to start. I say him onto the bench, and I know he's really gonna get in there very well. And a medical has been scheduled by Juventus, and Juventus want to see to it that in this week this medical really gets done and everything is submitted, and they want to see the deal done by 30th of June to see to it that everything really gets announced. And the medical, you know very well, they really check what we call every body organ. Then after, they really test your fitness levels and the delicate parts of your body on whether they're really looking like they're looking injury prone or not. And then later they'll obviously do what we call a mental test. So that medical has like 5 segments that I think you need to obviously focus on a lot in here onto the Rokani Media Football. And Douglas Luiz is really going to undergo his medical in America, and it's going to really make it easy, because America has very many hospitals affiliated to these other clubs that are really top in Europe, and they can obviously see this as a done deal and done detail in a nick of time. So that is Douglas Luiz for you. And we've seen very many players that have gone ahead obviously do medicals in America, especially when their teams are really doing the preseason. Remember when Zinchenko was signed? Zinchenko was a player that was signed by Arsenal, and Zinchenko found himself doing the medical down in United States of America, because that's where the deal was announced. I think they were going to play Orlando. The team was called Orlando, and he was really chilling and vibing with the likes of Edu and very many more that were seated in that stadium. And Arsenal fans were excited because by the time that was done, Zinchenko was a "Here we go" to Arsenal, pronounced by Fabrizio Romano and David Austin. So Lukaku Romelu, you remember when United signed him in 2017, that summer, he was seated down there and everything was really going on as planned for the guy. So we wait and see how things pan out here onto the Football News Show, and we are going to be really showing you exactly how things really go on onto this channel. So Douglas Luiz medical is going to be conducted in America, good hospitals there, and I know they're going to send him a jersey. Not even sending him a jersey, because the jerseys of Juventus are already there, and after he'll take photos and he'll obviously put out a speech as one of the signings that Juventus have gonna hit to make fast in this summer transfer window. Arsenal looks like have been reluctant, and to show you that Arsenal are not interested in Douglas Luiz, the amount of money that is gonna hit to cross in for from the side of Juventus to the side of from Aston Villa to the side of Juventus, they've been peanuts, and this is what Fabrizio Romano has told us how worth the deal was. They've told us that Douglas Luiz will be valued at 50 million euros in the swap deal between Aston Villa and Juventus. Enzo Barencha and Samuel Ling Jr. will be valued 22 million euros as reported yesterday. Aston Villa will receive 28 million euros fee. Juventus will also have a 10% sell-on clause on both players that have gonna hit obviously cross from from Juventus to the side of Aston Villa. Now, Enzo Barenechia and Samuel Ling are the two players that have gone here to come to Aston Villa, and when Aston Villa sells them, Juventus will have a 10% sell-on fee. So Douglas Luiz deal is pending medical, and anytime from now it's really gonna be announced as a done deal for the side of Juventus, and they've gone here to get themselves a very huge player, and that shows you that Rabiot might be leaving the side of Juventus. When you look at how Juventus have gone ahead, obviously force everything to either obviously get in a Douglas Luiz, looks like they might be losing a very serious midfielder. But you all understand that you'd love to see a midfield of McKennie, Douglas Luiz, and Rabiot and Juventus under Thiago Motta. Not so, but I tell you, nothing is really gonna let that happen, because looks like Rabiot is wanting huge money and he wants out of the club, and teams like Liverpool, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona are all interested in him, and I tell you the deal is gonna be coming out imminently. So after the 30th of June, we'll be knowing the final verdict of Rabiot. But when you look at Aston Villa, they've gone here to brought in Ian Masten, they've gone here to sign a youngster from Everton, and they're really trying to do the needful to that obviously bring us to the levels that we deserve to be in here onto this channel. So we wait and see how things pan out into the mix, and we wait and see how Douglas Luiz is going to be featuring. And I think for Juventus, all their prayers are, let this guy not get injured during what we call the Euros, right? Because, sorry, during the Copa America, and they want to see to it that he keeps himself fit. But he's not an injury-prone player. But in the game of football, you can't rule out anything. You can really get injured any time in there. So after that, let's obviously talk about the man himself, known as Nacho. Fabrizio Romano told us that Nacho will sign for Saudi side Al Qaddash after medical done, as reported yesterday. Contract until June 2026. Real Madrid also confirmed Nacho will say goodbye to Real Madrid fans after 23 years. Here we go, confirmed. So Nacho has been a defender and is also playing into the Euros. And as I told you about just Hello yesterday, that all they need is to go on and really make money. That is it. And in the due course of making money, they have to see to it that everything really gets on as to plan. And when it gets on as to plan, a lot will really surface. And in the due case of it surfacing, it will really lead to the best of the best performances of this player in as far as their financial pockets. You know, the strings of their past or their money passes are going to be opened, and when they are opened, money is going to be really flooding in there, because you all know what happens in the Qatar League and the Saudi Pro League. He's going to be playing for that side, and they want to see to it that players are evenly distributed such that they create one of the strongest leagues in the world. And the dream is really going to be huge and we wait to see how he pans out. But he's playing for Spain, and Spain is one of the teams that are going to play into the Euros. He has been playing in the center back of Spain, and guess what? He's a man who has gone here to see Spain concede 0 goals into this tournament so far. 3 games, 9 points maximum, and 5 goals scored. They've conceded 0 goals. That is Nacho for you. He has gone ahead to put in a shift that everyone has been really great about. Now, let's, after him, because his future is done in the top elite football, let's obviously talk about Luka Modric. Luka Modric today came into this game of football of the Euros as Italy was playing against Croatia, and all they needed was a win, right? They needed a win to go through to the next level, and things started to go on well through Luka Modric in the 50th minute, and it was the 1-0, you know. And guess what? In the 8th added minute of the 90th minute, Mattia Rokani came in through and leveled the game. And after leveling the game, that meant that the journey of Croatia was really over. And let me show you how the game was by numbers into the mix. Croatia has been knocked out, has joined the likes of Poland and so on and so forth. 6 shots by Croatia. Italy had 13. 4 shots on target by Croatia. Italy had 3. 46% ball possession by Croatia. Italy had 54%. 508 passes completed by Croatia. Then Italy completed 568. 88% passing accuracy by Croatia. Italy had 85% passing accuracy. 18 fouls committed by Croatia. 6 fouls committed by the side of Italy. And 6 yellow cards to Croatia, 2 yellow cards to Italy. No red cards issued to both sides. 0 offsides for Croatia and 2 offsides for Italy. 2 corners for Croatia and 11 corners for Italy. The table of Group B has been topped by Spain, 9 points, Italy 4 points, Croatia 2 points, and Albania had 1 point. And Luka Modric has found himself really leaving the tournament, and he has come out and had something to say about how they're gonna hit to get evicted out of the Euros. And in his words, this is what Luka Modric had to say: football can be very cruel. I want to play football forever, but we know that this is impossible. One day I'll have to announce my retirement from football, but I don't know when that will be. So Luka Modric looks like he doesn't want to obviously give up, and he's one of those players that is going to be named the man of the match at his age. Nearly clocking 40 years of age, he doesn't look his age, and is going to perform very well. Even Real Madrid is really looking out to see to it that they obviously give him a new deal. And why have Real Madrid looked on really giving him a new deal? Because they believe they can't allow 2 experienced players to leave. Him and Toni Kroos, if at all they leave, then it won't really add some huge sense to what they are going to be doing into the mix. So by so doing, I tell you that we need to be doing better and better and better stuff for the side of Douglas Luiz, sorry, for the side of Modric. And I tell you, he's not dreaming to play outside the top 5 leagues, and it looks like he'll be pushing to stay at Real Madrid one more season as he waits to play for the World Cup in 2026. And he has not gone ahead obviously hang his boots, and I think his plan is to hang up his boots after the World Cup of 2026. But very many teams will offer him some huge money, and it'll be up to him to make a decision to say that enough is enough. Like Toni Kroos, he has come out and said enough is enough, let me do the needful. And when you see a person like Toni Kroos making a decision at that age that he's really quitting football, yet he's really playing very well, it shows you that he has managerial intentions to become a manager of some big team in there for you. So guys, we wait and see how that pans out. But today we are having some more fixtures of the Euros. England is gonna be into the mix, right? England is gonna be into the mix today. France is gonna be playing Poland 19 hours today. Netherlands is gonna be playing Austria. France and Netherlands only need a draw to go through. You know, Austria also need a draw, I think, to obviously put themselves in a better position of the 4 best losers. and we might see France, Netherlands, and Austria go through from this group. Then 22 hours, Denmark is going to be playing Serbia. Denmark needs a draw to go through, and also England needs a draw to go through, but everyone is going to be fighting to obviously top the group. And Denmark is going to be scouting out for a win on Serbia, and Serbia also going to be looking in for a win. Then England is going to be playing Slovenia. England will need a win because they're having 4 points to make it 7, not to face a very huge opponent into the round of 16. And obviously, the group stages will obviously end. That is tomorrow, as Slovakia plays Romania, Ukraine plays Belgium, Georgia plays Portugal, and Chechnya, or Czech Republic, playing Turkey. That's when everything is going to be climaxed, and the draws are going to be out. And after the draws are going to be confirmed on the 29th of June, that's when we are going to be seeing the knockout stages, the round of 16. And the one that has already gone ahead to be confirmed, Switzerland is going to be playing against Italy, right? They're going to be playing against Italy into the mix. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David remains my name. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below. And good night. Good morning. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. The Christians, recover all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Bye-bye.